Go ahead.
Please tell me you got rice. Rice, you got it. Alright, let me get chicken on your rice. I just asked the first card, he told me he ain't had no rice. That's all I.
The origins of halal carts can be traced back to the 1990s in New York City, where an increase in Muslim cab drivers created a need for cheap halal food. In the past 15 years, the carts have begun to pop up in Philadelphia, now making up the vast majority of street vendors in Center City. Along with hundreds of other customers, many Masterman students frequent these carts, often grabbing a quick bite to eat after school or after practice.
How many times a week do you eat halal?
Twice.
Dropped down in the past year, I eat it like once every other week. Yeah.
If it's a good week and I have some money in my pocket, I might get halal every single day.
I actually eat halal like once a month.
At least 3.
Usually like once or twice if I'm hungry after practice and I don't want to wait to go home to eat.
The people who own the carts are predominantly of Pakistani and Algerian origin and speak a variety of languages.
And where did you grow up? Did you grow up in Philadelphia or?
I grew up in Pakistan. I got in United States in 2009.
2009. What language do you speak?
My language?
Yeah, first language.
My language?
Yeah.
Mother language?
Yeah. What?
Pashto.
Where is that from?
Pakistan.
Pakistan? Okay. Thank you.
I grew up in Algeria.
In Algeria? Yeah. So what language, what's your first language? Arabic?
French.
And French?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, I grew up in Pakistan. I'm from there. But it's been 7-8 years in America.
So did you move here when you were a kid or?
No. After my high school, I did my high school there.
This diversity often blends into their food.
Everybody who's making food, he had a different taste of food.
Yeah.
And different style of cooking. So that's why there's sometimes spices is different. Sometimes, the hand taste is different.
In different countries, different food, and everyone, they do their own, whatever their specialty is or whatever, you know?
For some students, their daily after-school meal offers a small glimpse into the lives of the halal vendors.
I went to get some halal, and they had just run out of lamb, and he had to heat some more up. So I had to wait for like 20 minutes. And it was like, all right, waiting. He was talking about how he was going to med school or something.
If I see my guy on the trolley, I'll ask him how his day is. He'll ask me how my day is. But other than that, it's strictly halal.
Sometimes I'm with Shala and they say like Assalamu alaikum to her because she wears like her hijab, and then I say it too, but they don't know that I'm Muslim. So.
But these brief interactions only reveal part of the story, and most customers still know little about the people who serve them every day.
I'm the first one in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I started this the first halal truck.
The first halal truck in Philadelphia?
Yeah. I've been here almost for 12 years.
After the camera had been turned off, Mr. Samuel told us that back in Pakistan he used to do comedy and record and edit videos. He said that in Pakistan his main focus was always school, but when he came to the US, he started to work, saying, "Once you start providing for others, it's hard to stop." The city does not distinguish between halal carts and other types of street vendors when keeping records. This means that there is no official number of halal trucks in Center City. However, this gives a rough illustration of the amount of carts in the city and their proximity to one another. With so many carts in a small area, the competition is fierce.
Honestly, it's kind of bad because a lot of people, when they do kind of competition, so they're not worried about the quality, so they just want to use like whatever cheap stuff they get it.
Sometimes it's stuff, sometimes we just friends.
Yeah.
Although some insist that it's the opposite.
So here is good. It doesn't have like that much competition. So yeah, it's good business, and the people who will serve it and see they are nice and clean.
Unfortunately, in the past couple of years, halal carts and other street vendors have had problems with the city government. In late August of this year, all food trucks were banned from the 10th district, a law that disproportionately impacts halal trucks. Councilman Brian O'Neill of the 10th District says that the trucks interfere with the Northeast suburban aesthetic, and nearby restaurants have complained about the trucks not paying property tax. Center City cart owners experience similar problems.
And have you ever had problems with neighboring restaurants? I guess you're right next to Wawa now.
Of course, you're going to have a problem always.
So have they ever complained about you
They don't
being here?
complain, but they just go to LNI and make a complaint like they don't want to be us to hear.
Yeah.
For the city, complaints from nearby restaurants are a low priority. Instead, the Department of Licenses and Inspections focuses on the illegal transfer of food cart licenses. The problem is widespread, and the vendors often switch spots with one another. Selling licenses can be extremely profitable, especially considering the long wait for licenses throughout the city. A fear of having their licenses revoked is likely why many of the halal cart owners did not want to be videotaped. Despite these issues, the halal carts continue to flourish in the city. The carts are a proven way to make money, and for many of the vendors, most of whom have moved across the globe to provide for their loved ones and themselves, that is all that matters. However, the halal cart owners are more than just the guys who serve you chicken over rice. They have their own interests, their own goals, and their own problems. While the brief time spent ordering food may not allow for a personal connection, it goes to prove that food brings everyone together.